Okay. I think she says something different too once
Hmm.
we... Yeah, once we
So
talk
you
to
have
Fram.
received a revelation. Very auspicious. I hope for the best.
Yeah, thank you.
I pray that through you, her wish will be granted.
Okay. We're going to need to go for longevity here, where there are a lot of enemies to get through, and our spells will not be doing much to them. So, Great Magic Weapon is out. We can't buff the Fury Sword. Homing Soul Mass, obviously in. Great Soul Arrow will not do us much good here. Great Heavy might one-shot the enemies. So I'm going to go and stick with that. And then we're going to be using Hidden Body to help out with one or two very problematic areas. And given how much damage we'll be facing, I think it's about time to go to go back up to medium. Let's see, what would be... That's right. Yeah, it is almost Christmas. Let's get our Christmas collars back on. Does that put us in? That puts us a little too far over. There we go. And we don't need this anymore. And back to these guys that are practically blind. There's a bonfire coming up pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and blow some soul spears on these guys. Nice, one shot. I wasn't expecting that. Pleasantly surprised, though. Needless to say, on the on the off-screen stream I did to do co-op, to show off the co-op in Anor Londo and get some souls, I got pretty much every item the giants can drop to drop. And of course I can't use any of it with this character. Hey, it's these guys again. We're going to use the Homing Soul Mass, and as they run, do the whole start casting and then lock on trick to get a Great Heavy Soul Arrow right up in its face. The problem with the boar is that they have a deceptively long and quick attack, and has some side momentum too. As a slashing weapon, we're also not doing much damage to them. I believe certain thrust weapons do full damage to them. I think it's thrust that you need to use. There we go. Yeah, pretty much any other kind of attack just bounces right off of them. Yeah, one shot. The other one is positioned right around the corner here. If we were still using a spear, and actually this would be a good time to test it. You know, actually, let's see if we still have... Yeah, Moonlight Butterfly Horn. Yeah, this guy is right around the corner, and I'm thinking with it being thrust and it not being physical... Oh, nope, still not great. Oh. I was kind of hoping to show off that Tusk pole attack they do, but not fatally. Oh, Zane adds they have armored butts now and cannot be backstabbed. I didn't know that. So that's a difference between. So is that the case like overall for the armored boars, or is that a difference between the ones here versus the one in the undead parish? There used to be 3. Holy cow! Where was that third one at? Luckily, however many there are that we're dealing with, they don't respawn. So that first one is no problem, and what I was doing will work just fine on the last guy. I just need to get his attention and soften him up, And then, oh, right after that first turn. Okay, jeez. Yeah, yeah. In these tight corridors, they are bad news. All right, got the bloodstain there. This time, I will actually remember. That's one issue. I've been streaming for coming up on 4 hours, so I'm starting to make some mistakes here. There's a hit. Excellent. There we go. Got that dodge, and that should do it. Oh, not quite. Oh. Got gutsy there. Ah. Yeah, I didn't realize that attack had pinned me. But yeah, the plan was to R2 him. I figured that would finish him and be kind of cool, but no such luck. Just cut out the element of risk here. And the fact he's immune to sorcery while charging, that was really bizarre too. I mean, it's cool that enemies do stuff like that, and it's not unheard of. Smoth's hammer, for example, will block every attack. The giant's shields block every attack. I just didn't realize the faceplate on the armored boar did the same thing. Well, unless you want to see some comedic deaths of me dying in one hit from enemies coming up ahead, we'll be taking the Crown of Dusk back off. But, oh, not that one. This one. There we go. Taking the crown back off. Alright, sorry to put you all through that. Although that was kind of a learning experience for me too, that the boars acted that way. But yeah, we are done. No more armored boars. That's all 3 of them. 4 in the original game. And we're going on to the next part. This is the Duke Archives proper. Lots of lifts in here, and kind of a fun puzzle too, with some elevators. I think, can I use that? There we go. Your big enemies here are the crystal hollows. They don't have a lot of poise, but the biggest thing is they do a fair bit of damage, and of course they have those shields. They're also resistant to everything but strike, and they have high physical magic resistance. Finally, the Borsuk, Zane. Okay, yeah, I do hate the Duke's Archives. Okay, in that case, I have to ask, because I doubt you're going to be a proponent of Lost Izalith. So I'm guessing that means you're a fan of Tomb of the Giants most of the end game. Of course, it's fair to say you don't like the end game at all. I will totally forgive you for that. The Souls games, for as fun as they are, have always had trouble sticking the dismail. Alright, we're going to switch back to Quelaag Sword at this point. Now this is trickier. We are going to do more damage with them, and with a two-hand, I think we're going to go ahead and kill these enemies in one hit. Oh. Okay, so the Fury Sword won't actually one-hit them, which means it's probably not a good bet. Because your big issue here... Oh, he says, yeah, actually, Tomb of the Giants is okay, and you're alright with Lost Izalith. Yeah, I remember talking to Iggy on the Dark Souls 2 thread about the endgame areas, like, and I'll take Lost Izalith and the Demon Ruins over the Dragon Shrine and Aerie, for example. I just don't like it much. Dying in that first area means you have to summon the elevator again. Okay, so this would also be 2 hits. Oh, more than that if I R1. So I'm thinking thrust may actually be the way to go here. And I gotta say, considering their magic resistance, the Moonlight Butterfly Spear actually was doing okay. against those guys. You know, odd as that sounds. Well, let's break out this bad boy again, just for grins. Yeah, this is the first area I mentioned you wanted hidden body for. You want... Oh. Probably waited a little too long on using it. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. Yeah, you absolutely do not want the channelers blasting you. And that didn't seem to diminish his aggro range any. There he goes. Okay. So basically, the idea with this one is that more than anywhere else, you want to manage these enemies one at a time. Because as long as the archers do a deceptively large amount of damage, and the channeler does an undeceptively large amount of damage. They also have that shield bash attack, which is very dangerous. You don't really expect it because shields don't normally do much damage, especially when you use them. It's the Richard for these guys who just want to stack defense and attack speed with faith buff. Otherwise, go full on Zweihander. That's basically the rule of thumb for the Souls games in general. If you can't kill them in one hit, kill them. Try to stun lock them. Okay, I was not expecting to get that guy to join in too. Ouch. Yeah, you see the glowing blue trail on that guy? That's the channeler's attack buff. And I kind of did that one on purpose to show off how the Soul Spear actually does travel through obstacles. You know, it's not just a fluff in its description. Alright. So, Gargoyle Axe was fun, had its day. You know, in Sense Fortress, I think it's time to retire it. So let's go back to this. Actually, Dark Magic would be perfect Skip Dukes to do the DLC. Yes, somebody may have forgotten, but I don't have the DLC. Okay, there's another hidden body. Ouch. Yeah, enemies do track you for a short time, even after you lose them. There we go. Yeah, that's the problem with the channelers. If you can't kill them in one hit, or effectively one combo, if you can stun lock them, then they teleport and escape. And yeah, you can see that guy already moving from that far away to move in after me. The detection range on the enemies here, it's very long. Which is why I brought Hidden Body. Yeah, the Moonlight Butterfly Horn is actually doing really well against these guys. I guess the fact it's just mono damage, kind of makes up for their... bypasses the fact their resistance is their highest thing. The furniture in Duke's Archives cannot be rolled through, you have to destroy it. Kind of interesting touch. Okay, Channeler's buffing. Nice. Okay. So we're being bombarded from there. Not much we can do about that. We definitely did not want to get hit by any of that stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I have been thinking about... I have been thinking about the DLC. I might go ahead and do it. Do it here. So if I was a... more entitled streamer, that's where I put up my donations link and say, hey, if you want to see it. But no. Yeah, I really should. I like Souls games. That's stuff to do. I don't think they're gonna let up until I... Oh, there we go. Okay. So this one, I want to go ahead and target this first guy. Right through the head with that buff. Oh my gosh. Heck, love letter to casters. Yeah, that's where they introduced, yeah, pretty much all of the, the spells that are problematic in PvP. You know, the pursuers, the one-shotting with Dark Bead, all that stuff. All the things subsequently nerfed to the ground in Dark Souls 2. This time, let's actually remember to use homing Soul Mass to deal with this first guy. Oh, it doesn't quite one-shot him. It might if everything had hit. There we go. Oh, they dropped Caduceus shields. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I did. I've farmed more than enough of these guys. The Archers have a fairly quick rate of attack, too, for how much damage they do. Okay, this time that didn't alert him. This is kind of inconsistent about what gets these guys' attention or not. That time it worked. You're backing away from them and then getting the hit in. Basic dark magic for the face. The Zero Fight explains, you want to be faster range to interrupt the shotgun blast, and the character was not. Yeah, that's true. I really do think it comes down to applying the new overpowered spells. There we go. Yeah, I really just need to pick these guys off one at a time. I think that's the last one for this part. So, let's see if we can do... The Soul Spear will get him. Okay, so it looks like magic doesn't make him retreat. Ooh. Or is it the distance you're at from him that causes him to retreat or not? That might be it. Okay. Well, with him down, this will make this part a lot easier. Likewise, we'll go ahead and pull this guy from a ways away like last time, and then use invisibility to deal with the archers. Go ahead and jump. I know you want to. Okay. You. Well, that left him just alive. Oops. Okay. Then we need to... There's one more here. Excellent. There are a couple more enemies in this part, but that's why I saved some Soul Spears, so we can deal with them if we need to. Spruce Zeus, I love that name. Artorias the best boss fight in the whole game. It definitely looks that way. Another fun reason of getting that backstab is that you can deal with, you get the invincibility frames when that guy comes in at you. And I think that's it, okay. We could leave now. That elevator is where we need to go next. But there are another couple goodies off to the side here. First of all, nice, so Soul Mass will do it. Okay, that's good. So one Soul Spear for him. Oh, I jumped the gun on that one. Alright. I'm pretty sure the character who did the DLC with was almost pure melee. I imagine that would be easier. Yeah. Another Mimic. Kick the Mimic. And a Soul Spear to the face. This is the second to the last mimic in the game, I believe. There's and I think we covered that, but if you kill the last enemy of a certain type, and it's kind of neat, you can see his shadow there as he's waiting for you. But if you kill the last enemy that there are a limited number of, the last one will drop everything that they could have dropped. Jenner, don't forget to equip the ring that makes you lose everything. Yes, I have been saving a ring of whatever it is. Yes, the ring of sacrifice, for just this occasion. There's another one on the roof where Ingward is that you can also get, but it's a pain to get to, or to get back from rather. So that's why I didn't bother with it. I believe there are also crystal lizards in here, so you want to come back for that. I think quite like toying with a guy in Fat Roll. Alright. Did they both run away in the court? Oh, there's one. Nice. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Only the basic 2 twinklies. That's frustrating. Okay. The ring of... I forgot what it was called. And the reason why is this. There's really not much you can do in this part to Seath. If you can't hurt him, but yeah, he just heals it right back. Rare Ring Revival. It's actually better if you go and buy a regular Ring of Sacrifice from Oswald, because at that point you're only out 5,000, as opposed to there are a limited number of rare rings. On the other hand, the rare rings don't do anything except remove curse if you die from a curse. So, you know, there's not really much of a difference between them. Spirit Zeus, been a long time since I played Dark Souls 1. It would be hard. Yeah, I'm dying a lot to really stupid things because the last thing I did was a lot of Dark Souls 2 content, like for Iggy's LP and for other things. And yeah, the timing on everything is just a little bit different. We're about 10,000 souls short from leveling up, so we're going to go ahead and get on with this a little bit more. That Man Serpent is set to have 1 hit point. You can hit him with anything and kill him. There we go. I love attacking through walls with the spear. All right. So that one's locked. I have to come back for that one. Yes, he can curse you. Yeah, that I actually did. It actually did fill up my curse gauge because for the extra damage on those crystals. Okay, we want the usual loadout works pretty well. Yep, we're gonna stick with this. I miss a man. Yeah, Zeus, I definitely hear you on the sheer variety of weapons in Dark Souls 2. Nice try, buddy. It is fun if you can get enough hits on the Man Serpents to stagger them. Otherwise, they'll run all the way up, they'll get on that ladder, and they will camp that balcony to wait for you. Okay, we want some poise for this part, definitely. Oh, we're mid-roll again, it looks like. Oh. The Picassos are kind of dangerous. They have a couple different attacks that try to grab you, and they have pretty deceptive range on some of them too. The only drawback is they approach you from quite a ways away, and they're short-range enemies only, basically. So you can always just do that. It's actually possible to one-shot them with, if you have a high enough, if you've leveled up your Pyro Hand enough, you can just one-shot them with basic fire orbs and stuff like that, and they're no threat at all. They're also good for dropping humanity, which we could definitely use some of those. Is there a fighting to play with the expansions for the Great Maces? You need 99 strength to power stance. I thought the strength requirement on that one was 70. Iggy actually gave me one. So wouldn't you need 105 strength and thus not be able to do it? Now that being said, the bashing people with the drumstick is the drumstick is a lot of fun. The last couple Picassos stay on the bottom and they guard the ladder where the music's coming from. So you want to be careful. Alright. I get that last one, not quite enough. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but 99 strength does work to... Okay, good enough. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, these Picassa are unique. They never go hostile, and they drop the miracles that only the Princess Covenant can use. They're essentially co-op spells. And hey, here's Logan again.
What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse.
Dark Dancing Spellblade with blue flames. Yeah.
The thought of
I heard that at one point that was the ultimate magic build.
You understand me?
Ever stopped to listen to the non-hostile Picassa? No, I haven't. Is there something unique they say or do?
Hello again. The thought of as a
Alright. At this point, we want to switch back to the Poise Ring. Actually, we're probably gonna want this more than anything else. And let's do... Nope, it's in the mid-roll. Oh, the hard leather boots. I didn't mean to switch to those. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off. Okay. Now, there are 3 man-serpents at the... Well, 2 warriors and a sorceress at the top of this ladder here. You can hear them sobbing. Aw. Well, we put them out of their misery now. Yes, there are 2 warriors and a sorceress man-serpent here, and they are bad news. That's why I tend to prefer to go invisible, so you can sneak up on them and not have to deal with the sorceress just blasting you in the back. And then when they're done, Soul Spear. I've died there quite a few times, not having any magic to back me up. That's the key we need for the giant door that lets us out. This will stop the music, which will make the Picassa always stay in that room, instead of wandering the stairs randomly. I think if you die and come back, it automatically shuts off. So it's not like you have to do that. We got the long run back. I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that everybody's dead at this point to show off something else. Anybody's effect is actually really noticeable. Yeah, it is an awesome spell. It's one of those things that's actually better against the players versus enemy part of it than PvP, the main game. Because in PvP, originally, if I remember right, originally you couldn't. when the game first came out and that was patched. The one that creates noise. Yeah, yeah, it is really handy. I got a tip from Cardo, I think, about using it against a Capra Demon, and it actually works. I didn't know that. Zero Fight, not very genre savvy for tentacle monsters. Well, you can't hold that against them. There they are. This one you actually have to kind of lean out a little bit. Otherwise, you just plummet right off. And I believe if Rhea has gone hollowed, you fight her here, if I remember right. Okay. And we have a bit of a slog to get to the next bonfire, so we definitely need to be ready. Hidden Body, as always, really useful. Actually, this loadout will work pretty well. Oh, Urine is the Dark Souls 2 version. This one, Dark Souls 1 does have something similar. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it does the same thing. But yeah, it is also deceptively useful. I seriously thought he was going to run past me, that's why I didn't do anything. There we go. Yeah, I will probably also not let her go hollow in this game. I don't need to buy her miracles, and I'll probably go ahead and kill Petrus. Yeah, but those of you who don't know how it works, Rhea is one of the other merchants that changes her behaviors if you buy all of her items. In this case, once you buy all of her miracles, she moves on and ends up being abducted by the Channelers and killed in Duke's Archives. Well, not killed, but goes hollow. And it's kind of implied that the other Picasso were likewise, maidens that were captured by the Channelers. Well, our first humanity from killing hollows. There we go. Fancy dodge in there. Ah. Keep shot was supposed to work. There we go. Some of my favorite NPCs, along with Oswald and Domhnall and Laurentius. yeah. Considering how minor the interactions are with NPCs in this game, yeah, they make some good ones. Okay, that Channeler is where you really wish you had like the Crest Shield or the Moonlight Shield or something that blocks magic, because he can bombard you from all the way over here, and he's at an angle that he's not really blocked by anything. So we're going to use Hidden Body. Homing Soul Mass. We get some extra damage there. And I'm going to try to count on... There we go. Do enough damage to finish him off. If you go down the ladder, that leads to the bonfire. We're going to go ahead and go around the long way. And try to open up the shortcut that we'll need later. See, I think there's some goodies while we're up here anyway. There's an archer there and an archer here. Gotcha. Oh, not quite. Yeah, 1R1 won't quite do it against those guys. Zeus also mentions... Oh. I've heard to recreate Velka. Yeah, I can see that. We don't really have much to go on. We just have the outfit and the rapier. It helps that Velka's rapier is insanely good. I mean, I'm kind of actually restricting myself from using it because it would actually make this run a little easy in my mind. It's like perfectly tailored for Dex and Int. Okay, from here, I should have used Hidden Body again. This is gonna suck. Fortunately, nothing that can't be rectified. Okay. Yeah, the whole point of that one, hidden body, so they would eventually lose lock, like that. So it goes, you need to do this. Relying on the animation to save me there. Okay. And now, we can get to where we want to be. I think. Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I was right the first time. We want to go here. Ah, didn't mean to do that. You're going to have to be right on the edge to lock onto this guy. There we are. Yeah. Oh, you meant in Dark Souls 2. Right, I get you now. Yeah. Use Ricard's Rapier instead. No, yeah. Yeah, that fits. That lever opens this, which lets us actually get to the bonfire, as well as the area we need to go. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead, get the stuff in here, and free Logan, and that's probably where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And I really need to stop saying go ahead. That really is my tick for streaming, and it's starting to get on my nerves. Free Blue Titanite chunk, nothing wrong with that. I think with that we can upgrade the Flamberge. Nope, not yet. Upgrade the Flamberge again. Remember that? And this has the channeler set. This has the key we want to free Logan. And this is one more Mimic. The last one in the game, I believe. And gotcha. And Symbol of Avarice and an Enchanted Falchion. There's an Enchanted Falchion in all three of the Souls games. A Crescent, I believe it's Crescent, Falchion, and Demon Souls. One of the most useful weapons, and you can get it really early. And then there's one right here, Dark Souls 1. And there's one in after the Gargoyles in Dark Souls 2. The problem is in 2, Enchanted is a really suboptimal upgrade path. It basically is used to transmute your int to a physical weapon instead of using magic. So it's better for handling resistances, but it doesn't scale well. One point of attunement. One more. Oh, so it was the fourth point. So at this point, we're probably done with attunement. Yeah. The mimics are great. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, I did it again. Let's see what we can assign for our fifth slot here. Fall control, cast light. It's kind of the thing. I think we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, I guess just for the heck of it, Oral Decoy. See if we can get any use out of that. Oh, I know. Let's see if we can get to one-shot territory with the Crystal Halberd on these guys. That puts us back in the mid-roll. Oh, that's fat roll. Okay. Never mind. I didn't think this through very well. So back to the Wanderer Coat and back to the Moonlight Horn. There we go. There is an archer up there. He's not too much of a problem if you can get at a good angle to hit him. But you have to be a little ways away to lock onto him. But not too far away, because of the lock-on range is so short in Duke's Archives. So if you don't have a bow of your own, he's a bit of a pain to deal with. So that's actually why I wanted to try this out. Oh, so I didn't assign urine. That's right, I'm dumb. Okay, let's just ignore him. This guy follows you quite a ways. But yeah, our goal at this point is to get back to where Logan was. We have two choices. We can either warp back to the Anor Londo bonfire, because the bonfire we just got is the only one in Duke's Archives we can warp to. So we can either go back to Anor Londo and go the long way around, using the lever and everything, get back to the elevator, all that stuff, kind of retracing our steps. Or we can go back the way we came, flipping the elevators and stuff again. Let's get you out of the way. Yeah, I know he's going to teleport, so I wasn't too worried about that. Okay, I think... Oh, he teleported over here. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I think I got archered there. Yeah, the archer got me. Jeez. Okay, this is not a good place to be in. Ah, there we go. Ouch. That was quite the firing line I put myself into. Was to get the archer off my back with that. Oh, that didn't work. Ouch, that did not work. I'm guessing the decoy was just too far away from the archer. Oh, it works on the Royal Soldiers, too. Okay. Yeah, that was one of my first sticking points when I played Dark Souls 2, actually. I did really well at the early game. And then I just kept running into the room with the 5 Royal Soldiers. And even when I started to back away, it's like I just couldn't handle them very well. And as it turns out, the big mistake I had made in Dark Souls 2, this is something I caution everybody that plays the game, to start it, is that you do not get to buy unlimited Titanite. You really have to make your upgrades count until you do the Iron Keep, spoke of the wheel. And in my case, I just had a bunch of items that just weren't, weapons that just weren't upgraded enough to really be worth anything. Okay. And you. Can't forget you. Oh, I thought he was going to jump. Apparently not. Okay, this is where we want to cloak. I wonder if Oral Decoy even works. Oh, I think it does. It kind of... Yeah, okay, it works. So it works on the soldiers. May not work on the archers. This time, while I'm still invisible, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the real threat this time, which is that archer. Okay. Now that he's dead, I can try to do the 1-2 punch on the channeler with the Homing Soul Mass and the Soul Spear, and hope he doesn't teleport away because of the distance I hit him at. Yeah, there we go. Now we need to get back to the level right above the one we're at now. So that means we have to basically use the lifts again. Jenner, you can join the Bell Trolls. You get chunks that way. You can't get large shards, and that was my bottleneck. Basic Titanite too, actually. All right. end is in sight, I think. Yes, we need to be at the level right below the one we're at now, which means we have to, and it is kind of counterintuitive the first time you do this, but basically you want to position the, let's do this again. The odds of getting it are very low, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get their trident. Oh, he teleported. Okay, because I was too close, right. Well, never mind. Screw him. Not worth the risk. Got him out of our hair, that's good enough. I remember you. Bell trolls. Yeah, that's one of the things that it is kind of disappointing about about smaller player bases on a more accessible game like that, because I got a lot of fun out of the Rat Covenant and the Rat Covenant and the Belfry stuff early on, but then it just there aren't a lot of people doing it nowadays that I've seen. Come here, buddy. Ouch! That was quite the jump that guy pulled off. So we're gonna beta swing, dodge, and soul spear him. There we go. I did get a Man Serpent Greatsword, but humanity increases your item find. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's why I just put on the ring just to see if it would work. Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting it to. It's one of those things where, yeah, why not, right? These side areas have a couple crystal hollows, and the big reason you might not open them up is I think that's usually like, a soul or something, a soul item, something like that. And the price is that they'll attack every time you go down this way. Oh, that one's locked. Okay. So what key do I need for this? Yeah, or do you just have to go in it from the back? Huh. That's weird. I thought I had all the keys at this point. It's kind of similar to the Darkroot Forest, where if you actually get the item that the three shrubs have, right at the, when you're on the way to the Xerified off to sleep, Merry Solmus. Yep, Merry Christmas, man. Yeah, on the way to the Moonlight Butterfly, that little branching path to the right. That's the key I need. Okay, I will go back. Then, as long as you don't grab the item, the shrubs won't animate, and every time you go past. But if you do, every time you go past it, to fight the butterfly again, if you die, anything like that, they'll attack. That's kind of a similar deal here. This is just a soul. Okay. Well, the large souls are worth 8,000, so that'll be good. Now, back down to the Picasso room. And I saved a soul spear just to try to show off the tunneling effect, how it can hit multiple enemies. And so we want to get a little bit of distance. Without the music playing, they do not aggro much at all. They just kind of stay where they're at. It looks good. There we go. So you can see how it hit the one behind the one I actually aimed at. And from here, we just pick them off. They are sad creatures and will not come to each other's aid. Should put the item ring back on because I do have that chance of dropping humanities. You know, I wonder. That's probably the worst possible result. Oh. Yeah, if decoy works on them. That doesn't look like it. Interesting thing to try.
Hello again.
Oh, right, we have to.
Oh,
There we
thank
are.
you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery. Hello. I'll head out soon.
All right. Oh, half dead. 1 SS left, but we did it. So we go back to the bonfire, and Logan. And this is also really easy to miss if you play through it normally, because. And I actually had somebody that I phantomed with who didn't know where Logan was. It's like he wanted me to co-op to rescue him, and then couldn't find him, even though he's, right in here. But it's just a case of he already had the item, but just didn't think to come back to the room.
Hello there. I was expecting you.
Logan is the last merchant who does that aforementioned behavior change when you buy all of his stuff. I will definitely be showing that off in this stream, especially since we're going to want to do it. And that one there, yeah, you buy everything from him. You would absolutely want Homing Crystal Soul Mass. It's a flat upgrade over the previous one. Same number of uses, it just does more damage, nothing else to it. Likewise, Crystal Magic Weapon vis-a-vis the Great Magic Weapon, same number of uses, it's just better. So we're definitely gonna be getting that, and we'll be. Which should we get first? Now, Homing's more useful.
Farewell.
We want that first. So that was 10,000 souls. We want 2 of these should do it. And I can't speak for anyone else, but what I always like to do was use souls you harvest from enemies and bosses to level up, and then use the consumable souls for blacksmithing and repairing in Dark Souls 2.
Hello there. Oh, I understand.
You're in the midst of a revolution.
We are in the midst of a revolution.
There we go. Awesome
Come
spell.
again. The knowledge here is limitless.
And with that, it is almost 11. Been streaming for about 4 hours. It has been a lot of fun. We have definitely made some progress. A couple more deaths than I was expecting, but that's normal for this stream at this point. But we really hit the fun. We really hit our stride. Did pretty well. Made a lot of progress. 4 kings. We're going to be getting Seath next time. He will not be a problem. Really, the biggest challenge will be getting the Moonlight Sword.